Cody Griffin is an adopted teen and a well-liked high school student who, after his 13th birthday, instead of developing pimples or a deeper voice like every typical teenager experiencing puberty, grew fins and gills. Understanding he's not human, he finds it hard to fit in with society and has to depend on his friends and family for help. It's a lovely evening, and a mermaid is spotted swimming near the shoreline while holding her baby, Cody. At the same time, a fisherman named Big John spots the mermaid from a distance, but he believes it's a large fish and starts following it to catch it. Noticing that John's boat was trailing her, the mermaid attempts to conceal herself, but the fisherman persists, so she places Cody on a young couple's boat to escape capture. As she departs, she entices John the fisherman away, and noticing that the fish he had been pursuing was a mermaid, John becomes fixated on discovering mermaids. Years later, Cody is now the adopted son of Whit and Sharon Griffin, a pair that runs a boat tour, and he assists his parents in their venture. In school, he makes a name for himself as a fast swimmer on his school swim team and has a girlfriend, Sam, much to the jealousy of his swimming competitor and friend, Sean. With a major swimming competition approaching at school, Cody is facing a lot of stress, and to make matters worse, he's struggling in biology class. To his dismay, he gets teamed up with a class geek, Jess, who confidently refers to himself as a specialist in marine biology. After class, Jess attempts to talk with Cody about their biology project, but he's focused on his 13th birthday the following day and tells Jess to join if he wants. On his 13th birthday, Cody steps away from the party to get a drink of water, and Sam quietly slips in to be with him. She presents him with a birthday gift, which is a photo of herself, and attempts to kiss him, but Cody unintentionally shocks her with an electric jolt as their lips meet. She deserves it for giving such a gift. At the same time, Jess shows up at the party on his bike, but feels excluded by Cody and his friends, so he departs after leaving his gift for Cody with his mom. That evening, Cody goes to sleep imagining swimming in the ocean at night and a mysterious woman gliding towards him. Following his 13th birthday, Cody begins to feel odd. He gets up the following morning and hits his alarm clock while attempting to switch it off. Disregarding this, he goes downstairs and drinks from a milk carton, but to his astonishment, it becomes stuck to his hand. He looks at his hands as if they aren't his, causing his mother to do the same when she notices him. His dad walks in on their hands staring match and asks if he's the only rational person in the house. He goes to the beach to meet his project partner Jess, who is engrossed in his interests as a geek. Cody requests his assistance because he's struggling in biology, and Jess consents, provided that he shows him how to swim. As the two shake hands, Jess observes that scales are appearing on Cody's hands, and tells him he sees such on only reptiles and amphibians, which scares Cody. At home, Cody is anxious as the skin on his hands won't come off after washing. His mom is worried, but he assures her he's okay. The following day at school, Jess attempts to mention the scales he noticed on Cody's hand previously, but Cody informs him they're no longer there, and they talk about gathering at Jess' house to collaborate on their project. At Jess' home, Cody feels uneasy about Jess' dad, who is fixated on mermaids. In the end, he departs with Jess to focus on their project. His effort pays off as he ultimately receives an A at the conclusion of the project, but his need for water increases at an unusual pace in school. Cody believes he may have gotten a peculiar illness from his biological parents and expresses his concerns to his adoptive parents. But Whit and Sharon believe it's not a big deal. Cody believes something is off, but Sharon declines to contact a doctor, as she favors natural healing approaches. That night, Cody heads to the park with Sam and shares with her what's happening. He guarantees her that his condition isn't infectious, which leads Sam to take his hand. As their skin touches, Sam's hair rises like antennas, which causes Cody to laugh. He is unaware that he's sending out electric waves. Back home, Cody's hands become sticky again while studying, and eventually he finds himself stuck on his house ceiling. Observing this, his parents are certain, and they ultimately contact a doctor. To Cody's dismay, the doctor informs him it's merely puberty. Once more, Cody rushes to his new friend Jess for immediate help with his issue, as he was afraid of growing a lizard's tail in school one day. Jess consents to assist him. Jess collects a sample of Cody's scales and shows him, after examining it with a microscope, that his scales are identical to those of a fish. While conducting different tests on Cody, Jess finds that he can produce electricity, hold his breath underwater for an extended duration, swim quicker than an average person, communicate with fish, walk on surfaces, and when wet, scales emerge on his hands, arms, and feet. Jess informs Cody that he's becoming a merman, But Cody believes he's being absurd since not even Aquaman walks on walls or zaps electricity from his fingers. All of a sudden, he understands that his true parents might have a solution to his issues. Cody comes back home and asks his parents about his biological parents, as he thinks that they hold the answers to his issues, but they continue to believe he's merely experiencing puberty, as the doctor mentioned. He wets his hands and displays the scales so they understand it's serious. This leads Whit and Sharon to tell the story of how they discovered him on their boat and took him in. After Cody describes all his body changes, they recommend he steer clear of water entirely, which means he cannot participate in their school's final swimming competition, the championship. The following day, Cody listens in on his parents as they fret that he might become a government lab subject if he gets found out, so he dashes out to swim in the ocean to clear his mind. After swimming, he notices he has developed sharp fins along his arms, which he successfully conceals from his girlfriend Sam by burying his arms in the sand. Sam believes he's behaving strangely and ultimately abandons him. Despite the risks involved, Cody participates in the swimming championship and not only wins and surpasses his teammate Sean, but he also sets a new state speed record. However, his scales and arm fins have come back in the swimming pool, which leads him to create a power surge to make a distraction so he can escape. Sean notices the markings on his hands and thinks that Cody has been dishonest, so he chases after the escaping Cody into the locker room. Cody successfully evades him by clinging to the ceiling like Spider-Man, but Sean remains intent on discovering how Cody deceived him. Cody safely exits school and heads home with his parents, who hurried over after they discovered he was not in his room. Back at home, they attempt to dry Cody off so the fins and scales can vanish, but to their surprise, they are sticking around longer now. His parents are quite anxious that his condition was noticed by everyone at the competition, but Cody attempts to reassure them by stating that he was subtle and no one noticed. But Jess arrives and informs them he witnessed everything that occurred, and folks are discussing Cody fleeing after winning the race and shattering the state speed record. Sam shows up a few minutes later, but collapses like a bag of chips at the sight of the scales on Cody's arms. When she finally wakes up, she's terrified, and Cody telling her he was becoming a merman makes her panic even more, so she bolts away like something from a horror film. The following day at school, Cody gets into a brawl with Sean, who claims he cheated during the championship and not even Sam is supporting him. He tells Jess that he's losing his friends and praises him for not abandoning him as well, and the two share a warm hug. That evening, Cody goes for a swim and encounters his true mother just as he has in his dreams. However, Big John, the passionate fisherman, sees them and disrupts the lovely bond, making the two flee in different directions. The following day, Cody reaches out to Sam once more, reassuring her that he's still the same person and she needn't worry, while also asking if they can meet at their favorite place by the beach. Sam meets Cody at the beach as asked. She says sorry and they kiss. Then Cody steps into the water with her, saying that there's something he wants to reveal to her. As Cody holds Sam's hand, his mermaid mother quickly appears. But Cody suddenly inhales sharply in discomfort and collapses back onto the shore. Twisting on the ground, he tells a concerned Samantha to go and fetch his parents. With Sam absent, Cody is stunned to find his left foot has changed into a flipper and scales have appeared on his leg. He is partway into becoming a complete fish. Cody is shocked to find someone else there, thinking that Sam has returned, as they cover his face with a blanket. Jess rushes to where Cody was but discovers he's missing. Then he spots his dad's boat and freaks out because he realizes how his dad is fixated on mermaids and he had noticed Cody's arms at the swimming contest. On the deck of Big John's vessel, Cody is drying off and scratching his scales while begging to return to the water. But Big John splashes him with seawater instead. It seems he intends to use Cody to attract his mother into his fishing net trap so he can show the locals that he's not insane and mermaids exist. His strategy succeeds when he spots Cody's mermaid mom trailing the boat. Jess steps onto the boat and removes the blanket from Cody, exposing his legs that have both changed into fins. Cody requests him to assist in throwing him into the water, but noticing his mother near the boat, they both caution her to flee as they know of Big John's intentions to seize her. Sadly, it's too late and she becomes caught in the fishing net. Cody requests Jess to assist in saving his mom, so he swiftly takes a knife and leaps into the water to slice the net. He releases the mermaid, but his leg gets trapped in a net, dragging him down. To the disappointment of Big John, he hears his son call for help. He leaps in to rescue him, but he can't locate Jess, who has fainted. Cody leaps in and rescues Jess, taking him to the dock where his dad, Cody's mom and dad, and Sam are. While Sharon is clearing Jess' stomach, Sam does CPR, but all their efforts fail until Cody chooses to shock Jess' heart with his electric fingers, which successfully brings Jess back to consciousness. Cody's mermaid mom comes back and observes him and his adoptive family from a distance. He informs his parents that his true mother wants him to accompany her because she's the only one who can assist him with all the transformations occurring in his body. Sharon can't let him go because she's too emotionally connected, but Cody tells her that he is not just her son, he is more than that, revealing his fins that indicate he is nearly a full merman. The mermaid assures Sharon through her thoughts that she will bring Cody back before school starts again, and thus Cody's parents permit him to go. Jess asks Cody to come back with tales about the merfolk, as he and his dad would really enjoy hearing about it, and Sam gets Cody to promise not to date any girl mermaids. After exchanging their farewells, Cody comes back together with his mother, and he completely changes into a merman, after which they both swim away into a life far beneath the ocean.